I'm Preston Foster, coming your way with another episode of Waterfront.
Captain John? Captain John?
You finished catching that supper, Billy?
I caught something else. It came floating on the ocean and knocked at our door. Maybe it's the past last will and testament. Or it could be the map of the buried treasure or something. Open it, Captain John. What does it say, Captain John?
Arcturus, 18 days out of San Pedro. Yesterday, I discovered we carry munitions illegally for a country at war. First Mate Jessup is the leader of the conspiracy, along with Captain Macklin and radio man Carney. With the help of the crew and the other officers, they got the captain to change his mind. But during the night, Jessup, Macklin, and Carney got worried about facing criminal charges and abandoned ship. Before abandoning ship, they scuttled all remaining lifeboats, smashed the radio transmitter, and set fire to the after hold. It cannot be long before the fire reaches the munitions. I swear the above is the truth, and may God have mercy on my soul. Allen, second mate.
What are you going to do about that letter, Captain John?
Turn it over to Bob Clark, the U.S. Marshal, I guess.
You think that's the gospel truth?
I don't know.
Mac over at the Lobster's Claw. He had a kid, brother. He went down with the Arcturus, too.
I might stop in and see Mac on the way home.
That's right, Captain John. The ship caught fire in North Pacific waters and went down fast and deep.
Any survivors?
Couple. First mate, fella named Jessup, and the radio man. They were together in the only lifeboat that made it to shore.
What about Captain Macklin?
No. Some captains don't outlive their ships. Captain Macklin didn't.
Mac, do you know how I could get in touch with Jessup or the radio man?
Well, Jessup was married to Macklin's daughter. I don't know where they are. I got a feeling he quit the sea. As for the radio man, see that ship's model? Well, Carney, that's the radio man's taking up carving those things, peddling them around town. Makes a few bucks, keeps alive, seems to be satisfied.
Where does he live?
That little hotel down at the end of 1st Street. What's all the interest about?
I don't know, Mac. At least not yet.
Who's there?
My name's Herrick.
Captain Herrick?
Yeah, do you mind if I come in for a minute?
What do you want?
Well, I'd just like to talk to you a bit. Well, fine work. Sharp as a razor.
All my knives are sharp.
Have you, shipped out lately?
No.
Last time was on the Arcturus, huh?
What about it?
Nothing. See much of Jessup these days?
No, never seen him. Ain't seen him since we got ashore. I'm a very busy man, Captain Herrick.
Oh, excuse me. You and Jessup must have had a rough time when the Arcturus went down, huh?
Yeah, we did.
Not nearly as rough as those that didn't get back to San Pedro.
your husband home, Mrs. Jessup?
He's down at the chandler's shop. You haven't been around for a long time, Connie.
I've been busy.
I'm glad you dropped in. You're the only one I can ever talk to about Father. Al won't let me.
Well, he probably don't like to remember about the Arcturus.
I suppose so, but he got home safely. Father didn't.
What are you doing here, Connie? I don't want bums like him around.
Ah!
It's all right, Mrs. Jessup. Bye.
Didn't I tell you to stay away from here?
I had to come, Jessup.
Why, do you need a couple of bucks?
It's about the Arcturus.
What about the Arcturus?
Somebody came to my place, talked about it.
Who?
Captain Herrick. He runs a harbor tug. Knows a lot of people.
What do you want to know?
I knew where you were.
You told him?
I didn't tell him anything.
He doesn't know anything. He can't. Maybe he bought himself an idea someplace. That's all he has. And that's all he'll ever have if we play it right. You go back to your place. Keep your mouth shut and stay away from here. You got it? I'll check the island night. Make sure everything's all right there. I'll beat it.
Al, we just got home.
I'm sorry, son.
Where are you going?
I'll be back in the morning.
But Al!
You got anything out of those old papers?
Maybe if I can locate Jessup. But one thing doesn't fit.
What's that?
There were 2 survivors, but the note said Captain Macklin escaped from the ship, too.
Escaped or not, he died anyway. You can't ask questions of a corpse, Captain John.
Anybody been around? Any trouble?
When you pick a deserted island, Mr. Jessup, it's real deserted. Ain't even been a seagull by here all week.
How's the old man?
Getting older every day. Bring his medicine?
No. Open up. Don't you ever want to see your daughter again? Your friends?
Price tag's too high.
I admire your conscience, Captain. But where was it when you made the crooked munitions deal?
I was tempted, and I had nothing to do with sinking the ship, with murder.
Who'd believe you?
You ought to let me go down with the ship.
Oh, no. You know where the money is.
You'll never get that money. It belongs to the wives and children of the men that went down in the Arcturus.
That would sound much better with string music playing. Captain Macklin, you said that keeping you here until you die wasn't much of a threat. Maybe we better think of something quicker.
Looking for a place to spend the holidays, Captain John?
I had to be sure that bottle could float down here. There's where the Arcturus sank, off the Alaskan coast. Now, a bottle thrown in the water there would have been kicked by the Arctic drift, come down the coast with the Japanese current, trapped in a local tide, come down to the waters off of San Pedro. Figuring the speed of the different currents, it'd be a little more than a year's trip.
Chick.
Yes.
you Mr. Jessup?
No, I'm looking for him.
I'm in a hurry. Would you mind taking this for him, please?
Well, I...
Thank you. Yes, sir?
Mr. Jessup?
Uh-huh.
I'm Captain Herrick.
I'm Sally Jessup.
How do you do?
Captain Herrick sounds funny. Father always called you Captain John.
There was a delivery boy here looking for you. Seemed to be in a hurry. Asked me to give you this.
Thanks. You know Sally's father?
Yeah, I never got to know him well. He was always wandering off to some faraway place.
In one of those far-off places that he died. Off Alaska. Can I get you something?
That's a good idea, Sally. Brew us a pot of coffee. I hope I can help you, Captain John. I'm not an expert in tug engines, but I'll do my best.
Didn't Connie tell you I'd be dropping by?
Who? Carney. Oh, you mean the radio man on the... Oh, I haven't seen him for over a year.
You mean you never stopped by to just talk over old times, like the freighter Arcturus, for instance?
That's too sad and unhappy a memory, Captain John. A lot of my friends went down with that ship.
I heard the official version. Now I'd like to hear the truth.
I've never told anything else but the truth. Somebody been telling a different story?
Yeah.
Who?
A man named Allen, second mate on the Arcturus.
He's been dead for over a year.
Yeah, but he wrote a letter.
A letter doesn't take a year to get delivered.
Good if you put it in a bottle, corked it up, and heaved it in the ocean off the Alaskan coast.
What does it say in the letter?
Said you and Carney and Captain Macklin scuttled the Arcturus.
It's a hoax, somebody's idea of a bad joke. Let me see the letter. I know Jimmy Allen's handwriting.
I don't have it here, but if you come down to the wharf in the morning...
Sure. Sure, in the morning. Hello, Connie. Al Jessup. Herrick was here. Yeah. He fished a bottle out of the ocean. It had a letter in it from Jimmy Allen. No, he didn't have it with him, but he made a slip. I think it's aboard the Cheryl Ann. No, we don't have time to make absolutely certain. We can't wait. We'll go aboard that ship tonight. Yeah. Bring a gun with you.
Al.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough to hear you say you're going aboard the Cheryl Ann with a gun. What's happening, Al?
Nothing special, Sally.
Something's wrong. About the Arcturus.
You've been hearing things. Forget it. And I mean forget it. You go on. I'll stay down here. If anyone comes along, I'll discourage them. Odds are it's in the wheelhouse or the captain's cabin. Make it fast, but find it.
Hello, Connie. You won't need that. The letter's not on board. I just let Jessup think it was. The letter's true, isn't it, Carney? 27 men went down on the Arcturus. 27 men died choking with salt water in their lungs because of you. Doesn't your conscience ever bother you?
Captain John,
This is Jessup.
are you all right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Did they find what they were looking for?
No. wasn't here on the tug.
All this is about the Arcturus's last journey, isn't it? Ever since Al came back from that journey, he's been a stranger to me. Do you know what happened on that voyage?
Well, they carrying an illegal cargo of arms. Crew found out, so the ship was deliberately scuttled.
By...
That package I gave your husband was insulin. Does he have diabetes?
No.
Do you?
No. But my father had.
And the insulin could be for your father.
What? My husband must know where he is. Knows he's alive.
I think so. And there's the letter from the Arcturus, too. It said there were 3 men escaped before the ship sank. One of them was...
Captain Macklin had illegal cargo. It couldn't have been shipped without my father's knowing.
No?
If my father's dead, he may have been an honest man. If he's alive, he may be a murderer.
We better call the police in on this.
I'm telling you, there's nothing to worry about.
You're telling me.
We didn't find the letter. Okay. Suppose he turns it over to the police. That still isn't proof. It's just something he fished out of the ocean, written by a dead man.
Herrick saw me on his tug. The police could hold me on a burglary charge. They pounded at me. Jessup, I couldn't take it.
You stop that idiotic whittling. Okay, Connie. We'll get you out of here. We'll take you to a place where it's safe, the island. You'll stay there till the whole thing blows over. The motorboat needs a tune. Go on inside. Make yourself something to eat. It's going to be a cold trip. I'll get the boat ready for you. Everything's going to be just fine.
Sally, was your husband away from home often?
Oh, yes, once a week or so.
I set off a bomb under his feet last night. Anything happen?
He left the house right away, used the small motorboat. He was gone all night.
How much gas did he use, do you know?
Well, I checked the boat's in. The tank was filled when he left. It was almost empty this morning.
That could be just what we need, Captain. Exactly what we need.
Hey, Tiny! Coming? He's all ready for you. You stay put on the island. Nothing can happen to you there. I'll be out in the launch as soon as things clear up here.
Okay.
Tank full of gas in that motorboat would give us a radius of about 50 miles from the mouth of the harbor.
If they've been hiding Macklin out, we can forget about the mainland.
Could be one of these islands. They're stretched out all the way down from Point Conception. Most of them deserted.
They sound right. 50 miles out would make it.
Let's get underway.
You must be getting to like this place, Mr. Jessup.
Get the comedy. Where's the old man?
Sleeping? Other room?
Wake him up. Get him out here. We're packing. This is the finish. He's going to tell me where the money is.
Or else?
I'm running out of time. There ain't going to be any or else.
It could be any one of 6 islands. Could take time finding the right one.
Mike, take a look.
That's one of Carney's models.
Yeah, he always carried one with him. Mike, go below and throw him a life ring. Ask Billy to stand by to pull him aboard. Jessup plugged the holes with soap and jammed the pump, huh? Nice guy.
Thanks, Billy.
You were on your way to the islands when the boat went down. Which island?
Lobos.
Is my father on the island?
Yes.
Then why didn't he come back with you after the Arcturus sank?
Well, we got ashore, but what with exposure and diabetes, he was a sick man for months. Hardly knew who he was or where. When he got a little better, we moved him to the island.
Why not home to San Pedro?
He wouldn't keep quiet. He wanted to tell the truth. He was in on the munitions deal, but he got soft the day after we sailed. Jessup had to use his gun on him to get him into our lifeboat.
And my father's not a murderer.
No.
What were you and Jessup trying to get out of Captain Macklin?
Place where he hid the money he got in the munitions deal. But the captain wouldn't tell. He said the money belonged to the wives and kids of the Arcturus crew.
Thank you, Connie. Thank you.
You're getting close to Lobos.
He's taking a long time coming, too. Keep on like this, you'll able to kill him.
I got nothing to lose. Another couple of hours and we're on the run anyway.
You're on the run. Me, I'm just a hired hand.
They hang you just as high for kidnapping as they do for murder.
In this state, they gas you. Come on, Captain, wake up.
There's a window around the side. You stay here. I'll take a look.
This could be tricky, Captain. As soon as Carney gets back with the dope.
No! That's Macklin.
All right, I'm going in.
All right, you. Take it real easy, mister. I got a gun in this joker's back. Now drop the artillery or the old man goes bye-bye.
Captain Macklin, it's time to go home.
Sleeping. What'll they do to him?
He's an old man that made a mistake, but I think he's paid for it. I've got an idea that's the way the law will look at it, too.
I hope you're right.
Don't forget, you can afford to be a little proud of him, too. Not many men could stand up to the pounding he took.
I'm very proud of him. I always was. If only he hadn't...
You know, if your father was perfect, there wouldn't be anything for you to forgive. Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's story, and that you'll be with us next week for another episode of Waterfront.